16, show you what to do. Try and eat a beat like the white shrew. Go 8 if you feeling right. Let the beat start the cage, it's the life of pop. Boy, pay attention when you hear me. My lyrics like a petting zoo, I'm hoping that you feel me. I shock 'em all like Pikachu when I come in the building. I'm the only rapper not spinning his events off Da Vinci. Was Givenchy, sheesh, what's the big deal? Some people had to taste the toys as a kid's meal. You go in circles for the power, that's a windmill. But you can win it all and not know how it went feel. Ugh. Don't listen to me though, I'm partially broken, got a problem with my ego. I'm probably hating on you in front of all of these people. They don't care what the verse say, the hook is what they fiend for. People out of dancing.
I done woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober, y'all OD, follow me. Where the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throw, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the white, I better put Milo on it. And let's soon Chico Milo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going still right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that shit back, listen to the truth for the sky crack. And the Lord get back. Or somebody wants to get back. And they click clack, leave it been back, looking at the syntax. Never left, but I've been back. Cross on my bit neck, and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in the club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the meal may stop. But they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true and fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
The heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? As they stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight.
Keep your hands and keep your chin tucked. It's the one that only goes with the shadow in the front. Or is it this way? I don't know, man. Bear with me today, bro. I'm a little bit not gonna be like as energetic as I usually am. Just feeling, I guess, like kind of like down a little bit. But I wanted to get this live out the way. And also, not only that, but hold on one second. Once again. What the fuck? What is good? I mean, I need to contact StreamYard, man. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why. It doesn't save any of my settings, bro. And I thought I fixed it. Just give me 1 second. Let me just change this. You see how the color is? That's green. That's blue. Is that good? It is what it is, man. I'll just leave it like that. Fine. It is what it is. Hey, man, what's going on, man? Hey, so obviously, let me start off with hope you're having a blessed night, man. And I forgot what is it? Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it is, man. Hey, so I want to start off with Bill Haney. Actually, before I talk about Bill Haney, I do want to say this, man. It is really. Before I talk about Bill Haney, is it for real, Tycho? Or are you fucking with me, bro? Don't play it. Last time you did that, bro, because I can turn it up, bro. Yeah. Man, that's a late ass April Fool's, my guy. Shit. April Fool's run all month for you, right? It runs all month for you. All right, man. So check this out, man. You know, to be honest with you, man, this is kind of sad. And I'm talking about, I don't understand. Like, I think denial is a huge part of boxing, but not just boxing, but just life, man. You know, it's gotten to a point where I'm actually kind of feels. I never thought I'd say this. I'm getting to a point where like I'm starting to feel sorry for Devin. In a way, in a way. Not like because of all the narratives or anything like that. Because, like I said, a lot of the things that I would say on this channel in regards to Devin was really in regards to narratives that other channels put out. Like, I never have anything personal against him per se as a fighter. I do think the kid got some technical flaws, bro. And we saw that night. But I think one of the things that we witnessed that night that a lot of people have already pointed out is and I never want to talk about people's fathers, bro, because I think as far as Bill being a father, I think he does love his son. He obviously loves his son. He obviously backs his son. That's not a secret. But I think if you were to ask a lot of people, do you think Bill has gotten Devin in some shit, or what's the saying? Wrote so many checks that his son got to cash? I think so. I think so. And he's not the first father to actually do that. I honestly believe at one point Teofimo Sr. was doing that too. I believe he's fell back a little bit. When you have a father and son duel in boxing, a lot of times, especially when you have a successful one, at first everything is usually fine, especially on the come up. Talking about like an undefeated, like even with Tito Trinidad and Tito Sr., they didn't really have any static until after he lost to Hopkins. And they didn't really have any like static, but the father was basically like, Tito, if you go back, when Tito lost to Bernard, he took some time off and he fought Ricardo Mayorga, I think it was, in Madison Square Garden. That was a good fight, by the way. That was a real good fight. And when you go back to that fight, Tito looks fine. He looks great. He looks back to old Tito. Matter of fact, Roy Jones was commentating that fight. And it was after that fight, Tito said he wanted a rematch with Bernard, and then he ended up fighting Winky Wright, and he lost. And that's where his father was like, hey, look. And this is to me, even in boxing, when you see your son's health in jeopardy, as a father, I'm not going to tell nobody how to raise their son, but as a father, your son's health should come first. That means putting your pride to the side. If you think you should stop a fight or whatever it may be. Tito didn't even get hurt in the Winky Wright fight. He just got outboxed really bad. And his father, I remember at that point, had said, hey, look, I'm done. Like, I don't want you to fight, because I think he was going to fight Roy Jones. And he stepped away. The reason why I'm telling you this is because, like, when I look at Bill, and I look at the thing that Bill has been doing. Obviously, you saw what happened earlier today with Floyd and Bill Haney. And I mean, I'll show a little bit of it. I'm pretty sure you've seen it by now, but if not, obviously they were on live. There's actually a whole hour and change live. It's like an hour and change of Floyd. It's not just Floyd. It's Floyd and it's Floyd Mayweather and Zab Judah and a couple of other people. And Floyd's talking about his exhibitions and shit like that, and he's talking, and then the subject of Devin Haney comes up. And I think Floyd has always had a soft spot, regardless of what you hear. I think he's had a soft spot for Devin. I mean, he knew Devin. Let me see if I can find a picture. Let me show you how long he's known Devin, bro. Hold on. Let me show you this. Floyd Mayweather has known Ryan Garcia and Devin since they were kids, bro. Since they were kids. And I'm not talking about a couple years ago. I'm talking about when they were kids, bro. Look at that. Floyd knew Devin. Look. Devin's like gotta be like what? 7, 8, something like that. He's known that kid for a long time. And in fact, he used to train under Floyd. And Adrian Broner is the one that brought Gervonta Tank Davis to Floyd. Right? And then that's where you had the whole famous sparring footage and shit like that, right? So when I'm looking at the live yesterday, right, and I'm seeing Floyd talking, and first he's talking about these exhibitions and stuff like that. He's talking with Zab Judah, and then all of a sudden the subject of Devin came up. The subject of Devin came up. And I think Bill's pride is hurt because everybody is basically saying, hey, man, your father should have stopped the fight. And not only that, but maybe it's time for somebody to step in. You know, look, man, Devin took a beating, bro. Devin just didn't lose. He took a beating. Devin took a bad beating. Do you know that the average suspension for a fight, I think if you get hurt or what is it, like 6 months? It's like 3 months, like depending. I'm not sure exactly how it goes, but when you have a fight, you can't just hop back in the ring unless you like take hardly any damage. I think, let's say you knock someone out in the first round. I don't know how it is for everybody, but I do know that Devin, they were talking about it. I read in an article, Devin, they gave him like a mandatory like 8 months, year, something like that, bro. And that is basically, he can't even work out type shit. We're not talking about getting in the ring. We're talking about training. That's a bad beatdown, man. And I was watching somebody's channel. I forgot who it was. And this is kind of sad. It's kind of sad in a way because one of the things that we've always talked about here, as well as a lot of other people, is Devin clinches when he gets hurt. Devin clinches, right? And we were saying the difference between him and Ryan is when Ryan gets hurt, Ryan fights. Devin clinches. Did you guys see the footage of when Ryan clipped Devin? I think, did you guys see the footage of Ryan clips Devin? Devin's hurt. Okay. I think which knockdown was it? I think it was the first knockdown. Now, let's be honest. There was at least 5 knockdowns. There was 5. I counted 5. I counted 5, bro. If you want to be safe, I'm going to say 4. The ref only officially 3. And right now, I'm going to tell you like this. I think it's almost damn near official that ref was on there specifically for Devin, which is a problem in boxing. It's a problem. There's a footage of, so we always talk about how when you get, well, at least I do, when you get hit or you get stunned or you get hurt, there's either 2 things that you do. You can either survive the round and kind of like hold and clinch, or you could bite down and get that dog in you and fight. You can't teach that. Mike Tyson says it all. You can't teach that. You got to plan until you get hit. That's what Mike means. Mike means basically you got to plan until your ass get caught and then your ass get rocked. And then it's not easy, bro. And it does make sense because even in the military, when they're training you, you can train all you want. That's a simulation. Let this shit really pop off. And see how well you remember things and stuff like that. It's you either born with it or you're not, bro. When Devin gets clipped, he holds. And he tries to survive. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is we can clearly see that Devin has, to me, he's always had a confidence problem once he gets clipped. And I've said this numerous times. He could be going through the whole fight. He's good. He's confident, whatever. Once this kid gets clipped, it changes the whole dynamic of the fight. His mentality changes. It's like he doesn't want it. Obviously, he doesn't. Nobody likes getting hurt. You know what I mean? But it's just different. Because when you hurt Ryan in the 3rd round, and I've watched the fight 3 times now. 3 times. 3rd round, Devin Haney jumped over with a left and caught Ryan clean. Stumbled, he staggered him. And Ryan just hit his gloves together and was like, yo, let's go. Versus when Devin got clipped, he was holding and all types of stuff. And we already went through what the ref was doing. I mean, the ref wasn't even calling half the stuff. You know, Ryan got so damn aggravated that he ended up, and he didn't hit him hard, bro. He didn't hit him hard. He was looking at the ref like, hey, man, you going to break this up? Like, I got him hurt. I'm trying to finish him. And then obviously he hit him, got the point taken off or whatever, right? There's footage of Bill Haney. The camera, I don't know if it's somebody recording down on a cell phone or I don't know if it's a camera from above. But there's footage of Bill Haney when Devin gets dropped, and I think it was the first knockdown. And by the way, the first knockdown was the worst. That was the worst. Actually, people might say it's the third one when Ryan caught him with that quick left. But I think at that time, Devin had taken so much punishment, he didn't even realize he was hurt, like, because he got up really quickly. It was that first knockdown. That first knockdown where Ryan jumped in with that left, and it was a delay reaction. And he went down, and he leaned over, and he wasn't moving. And by the way, Showbiz and a lot of other content creators proved to you right there that that ref was there for Devin. Go to the other channels that they went through the knockdown. When a fighter gets knocked down, you count to 10. He's got to get up by 10, and he's got to be ready by 10 to defend himself. 30-something seconds went by, bro. 30-something, go back. 30-something seconds went by. That ref did not even count until Dev was moving, like trying to get up. Very, very suspicious. But anyway, Devin gets up. And when Devin gets up, there's footage of Bill on the outside, and Bill's going like this. He's telling him to clinch. And I mean, just think about that. Like, Devin is, we always talk about how he holds, and his father is telling him to clinch. I mean, everything went wrong that night for the Haneys, bro. Everything went wrong for the Haneys that night. And I think Bill's pride is hurt. That man's pride is hurt. I don't think he's humbled. You would think after his son gets hurt like that, you would be more humble, my guy. You would think. You would think you'd be more humble. Hold on one second. You would think that you would be more humble. One of the things before I get into what was going on, it never fails, man. It never fails with a fan base. It never fails. You know, these fighters, certain fighters have fan bases, but then you got like the crazy fan base, bro. The ones that are in denial. Even Devin got them. Even Devin. And to me, Devin doesn't have a huge fan base, but the fan base that he has, these dudes, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them are delusional, bro. They're straight delusional. And it's kind of sad because it makes Devin's loss look worse than what it should be. That kid should just be taking an L. It is what it is. Nobody should be mentioning those 3 pounds. You want to know why? You want to know why nobody should be mentioning those 3 pounds? And this is clear as day. When Ryan came over 3 pounds, it was already talked about what would be paid if he came over. Not only did he pay 1.5 mil, but the belt wasn't on the line. Devin decided to go forward with the fight. End of story, bro. That's it. That's it. Do you understand? Like, you ain't, how you gonna complain? He paid you, belt isn't on the line, and you went forward with it. That's what we call, last time I checked, that's called an agreement, bro. Oh, shit goes south. Now you got a problem with that. Well, then you shouldn't have took the money. You should have made a different agreement. Doesn't change the fact that Ryan's unprofessional as shit for doing that. But now Ryan is over here on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And Ryan is saying that Floyd told him to come in 3 pounds over. It doesn't really matter because skills is what really, to me, mattered in that fight. You could blame it on 3 pounds all you want. Your rehydration and you losing weight has nothing to do with your technique in the ring, bro. It doesn't. I was going through one of my lives and I found one where I was actually like, it's 17 seconds long. But because dudes was all over in my last live, I don't know if it's my last live or the one before that, all these dudes in the comments that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to the Haney's. You don't know shit about boxing. You don't know this. You don't know that. I'm like, bro, listen, bro. I'll admit when I don't know something, but when it comes to the Haney's in this situation right here, I've been talking about this for 2 years, my guy. I think you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I specifically, we all know Ryan has a check left hook. I mentioned this. This is kind of funny because Floyd echoed the same thing. Check out what I said here. What does Ryan's weight got to do with the way Devin was fighting prior to that, prior to even getting caught with that left hand? You know Ryan throws a check left hook. So why are you throwing a jab without, you're throwing a jab and you're not bringing your hands back right away to block? Like, you're just, that's a technical flaw, bro. When he throws a jab, he's throwing it and his chin is out in the open, bro. That's the first thing that I said. He got caught 50 seconds. Look at what Floyd said.
Wake up. Listen to me. I'm telling you something. Because I know what I would have told you when you was in that situation. Just for starters, Devin, you can't jab. When you was jabbing, you was doing like this. I see you doing like that. We here. We here. Okay? Not this. That's amateur.
So Floyd don't know what he's talking about too? Don't fucking come here with some bullshit, bro. You're just mad because he got his ass whooped, bro. Stop it. All of y'all making these stupid ass excuses. You making the boy look horrible right now, man. He hasn't said anything. He hasn't said anything. But here you guys are parading and going and telling other people they don't know what they're talking about and this and that and making excuses for him, bro. Listen, let's make no mistake. If Ryan Garcia would have lost that fight, people would have been having memes and all types of shit, especially with everything that he was saying. It ain't even the fact that Devin lost. I've said this, bro. It got nothing to do with the fact that Devin lost. If he would have lost a closer fight, it wouldn't be like this. It's the way he lost and who he lost to. That's why. That's why. And that's why Bill isn't humbled. Because Bill, prior to this fight, was doing crazy shit, going around, calling Gervonta Tank Davis a monkey and all this, and his son is the face of boxing. Ryan is a C-class regular fighter. And after Ryan comes in 3 pounds overweight and he pays that money and the belt isn't on the line, and they even go up to Devin and they say, Devin, what do you got to say about him in the 3 pounds? Devin literally, clearly, fast as fuck. He doesn't even think about it. He goes, the kid is unprofessional. It doesn't mean nothing. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. He's just a regular. He's a regular fighter. And then you see what happened. Now everybody's got a problem and everyone wants to go back in time and point at something. I'm not saying that him not cutting 3 pounds doesn't affect the way a person recovers. I'm not saying that. Ryan did probably. Obviously, he didn't have to drain those 3 pounds. That has nothing to do with your technical flaw in the ring. Everybody knows Ryan got a check left hook. Everybody that watches boxing knows that is the one punch he's going to throw. That is the one punch he's going to throw repeatedly. That is the one punch he's going to try to catch you with. So how in the world do you get caught with that 40 seconds into the fight? Off a jab, by the way. I mean, it was so bad that any game plan Ryan had was thrown out the window because he saw, I'm able to hurt this guy. And then Ryan, the criticism on Ryan, there was a lot of flaws people saw in Ryan. And that is the saddest part of this whole thing. That's really the saddest part. And I think this is why Bill isn't humbled. He knows that his son got the break speed off him by a Ryan Garcia that wasn't even the best version of Ryan Garcia. That's what makes this worse out of everything. That wasn't even, to me, that was a sloppy Ryan, bro. It was a sloppy Ryan. He was tired in the 9th round. He was breathing out through his nose. He was repeatedly throwing that left hook without setting it up with the jab. In the corner, Derek James is telling him to do this. He's not doing none of it, bro, by the way. He's not doing any of it. He even gives rounds away in the middle of the fight. He even goes on his, And then if you saw the cut man of Devin Haney, I think it's the cut man. You guys seen the interview of what he said? Which, by the way, I'm surprised this man still has a job after this. Did you guys see what he said? Because that shit was telling. That was really telling. Did any of y'all see that? I don't know if I should play it or not. Basically, but I don't know his name. He's like the cut man, and basically he said, "Hey, man," he said, "You know how everyone makes fun of Ryan because of that shoulder thing?" He says, "Well, it was working because Devin didn't know how to get through it." And I'm listening to him, and he's like, yeah. And I remember because when Ryan was in the corner going like this, and I know you guys must have seen it. It was like 3 times. Did you see the part where he's in the corner, he's going like this, and Devin looks like Devin is like this. He's looking like there's nothing open. He's like, he's pausing, and he just goes repeatedly the same punch, like right here. Ryan Garcia was talking about that. Let me show you this right here. Let me show you. And this goes to show you that Ryan is way, way smarter than what even I'll say I gave him credit for. He was trolling a lot of people. Let me find it. Let me show you this. Hold on one second. This was very telling. Right here. Let me find it. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on one second. Let me find it. Let me find it. Because in this interview, Ryan talks about that. How everyone's making fun of him for that shell. And even Devin's cut man admits Devin could not get through that shell. I'm surprised this dude's gonna have a job because that shit you don't tell people. Like, you know, like you don't tell people like, oh, our fighter was confused and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Like, I'm surprised. This is crazy shit, bro. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, it's right around here. Is it over here? Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Actually, you know what? Let me go back. It'll be better if I do this. It'll be better if I do this. Hold on. Let me show you that first. Let me show you that first. This is very telling, bro. This is very telling. Where is it? Right here. Where is the guy at? Where is he at? Where is his name at? There he goes, right here. Here he goes. Okay. Right here it goes. Devin could not penetrate it. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. Okay. Shout out to everyone. Go subscribe to Fight Hype. Okay. Everyone subscribe to Fight Hype. Right here is Devin's. What is his name? Devin Haney's corner man exposes mistakes made by Ryan Garcia, and this is very, very telling right here. Listen to what he says right here.
Whatever he did, when he leaned there, Devin could not penetrate. Devin could not penetrate. He hit him back there, and then the referee started taking point. I mean, he started warning Devin, hey, you can't hit him back there. Now he got everything. Now Devin trying to throw uppercut, everything in front. You know what I'm saying? He like this. I mean, it was a terrible example, but it was a good example, and we couldn't penetrate. If you can't penetrate a guy, it's hard.
He's basically telling you right then and there that everyone's making fun of Ryan for doing that, but yet we couldn't penetrate it. So before we go on, let me ask you then. What does 3 pounds got to do with that? All of y'all screaming about 3 pounds. What does that got to do with Devin can't penetrate a damn shoulder roll? A weak shoulder roll at that. He literally just told you. He said it right there. Devin could not penetrate it. And if you go back a little bit before that interview, he says, he basically says, you know, I see a lot of people clowning Ryan, and I was one of them. He says, I see a lot of people clowning Ryan for doing that shoulder roll. He's like, but it was effective because Devin didn't know how to get through it. And then in the Ryan Garcia interview on the one I was going to show you, Ryan talks about that. And the guy goes, yeah, well, you know, when you was in the corner and Devin Haney was throwing straight rights and he was hitting you right here. Like, why was he doing that? He's like, because I was like this. And that was the only opening. It was the only opening. And he's like, in training, I had someone hit me with a stick repeatedly right here. He's like, because I knew that was the only place that was going to be open. Ryan is smart as fuck. When I watched this, I was like, holy shit. Like he was really trolling a lot of people on a lot of shit. But he said, yeah, you know, this was the only, and I'll show you the interview right here. If you want to see that, it is this interview right here. So this way, you know, hold on. It is, we go right over here, back up. It is this one right here. Just so you guys know, you guys can see it yourself. I'm not going to play it here, but just so you guys can see which one I'm talking about is this interview right here. Go right here to Value Entertainment.
Only pussies. That's it.
And
yeah, you don't even look the same.
There's on. Yeah, I want to fight Tank, but no dub. He would have knocked out. He got fresh off the fight. I don't care.
That's not saying much. We're not.
I do whatever you want.
So he talks about his shoulder roll in that interview, just by the way. And I just found it telling that he talks about his shoulder roll and Devin's cut man talks about the shoulder roll. And he says that Devin couldn't penetrate it. And the whole point is, bro, all these dudes are complaining. All these dudes are crying. All these dudes are saying that 3 pounds this, 3 pounds. It's got nothing to do with the technical flaws. You saw Floyd right there. I just played it where Floyd's like, why are you throwing a jab like that, Devin? Why? I mean, here, it's only 19 seconds, but look, everyone was pointing this out. But people want to blame the 3 pounds. Technique wins fights, bro. Skill wins fights.
Wake up. Listen to me. I'm telling you something. Because I know what I would have told you when you was in that situation. Just for starters, Devin, you can't jab. When you was jabbing, you was doing like this. I see you doing like that. We here. We here. Okay? Not this. That's amateur.
Now, take those two things I just covered, right? Floyd talking about the jab. And then you got Devin's cut man in an interview telling you that Devin was confused with Ryan Garcia's half-ass shoulder roll. He literally told you we couldn't penetrate it. I'm surprised this dude's gonna have a job afterwards. I'm serious. I don't know if you should be saying that, but it is what it is. So tell me what that got to do with 3 pounds, bro. It's got absolutely nothing to do with 3 pounds. Bill Haney, after an ass whooping like that, I'm not going to tell him how to be a father or nothing, but I could tell you this. Devin Haney took a beating that he might not even come back from because he didn't have a chin prior to this. And a lot of fighters, when they take a beating, their chin is even worse. It's even worse. And you would think he'd be a little bit more humble with what he's doing right now, but he's not. Instead, first off, why are you mad at Floyd? Why are you mad at Floyd? Because Floyd probably showed the tape to somebody or whatever. It's kind of funny when somebody does something to you, but yet you're the one causing all that shit, talking all that shit, and then when somebody does something to you, you act like what did I do? What do you mean? What did you do? For about a month, you was talking shit about Floyd. You was talking shit about Tank. Multiple interviews, by the way. Multiple. You know Floyd has narcissistic tendencies. Even now, he ain't even fighting. You ask Floyd, what's the weather? He's going to end up talking about what he did. So you should have known when you was talking shit to Floyd what he was going to do, bro. Don't be like surprised and shocked and shit. In fact, if you look at Devin and you look at the way Devin fights, I mean, who does he fight like? Or who does he try to fight like, by the way? Is that what Bernard Hopkins said? Is that what he said? He didn't say that. Did he really say that? Hold on, HOD. Did he really say that? Where did he say that? And I'm not gonna say that he don't got skills, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. There was a lot of people that knew prior to that fight with Ryan Garcia. A lot of people knew that Devin was limited, bro. Devin was limited. And people going around telling you that he's better than Floyd and this and that. I mean, you could clearly see, bro, that look, let me tell you something. One of the two attributes you don't want to be lacking in, is power and chin. You don't want to be lacking in both of those departments, bro. You really don't. As a fighter, you should at least have one of those. At least one of those should be good. Your chin or your power. If you're lucky, both. You don't want to be a fighter with no chin and no power. That is just a horrible combination. So that means you got to make up all them attributes with your other ones, which would explain why he's hugging and everything. But it's like you even got Bill Haney telling him to hug. And I don't think Bill Haney gives good advice in the corner, because if you look at, and this is what's sad, is that a lot of Devin Haney's fans, some of them have actually left and actually been upset, and they blame Bill. And you could tell they blame Bill, because if you go to other places and you read on Twitter or you read what people are saying when they call up, like on other outlets and shit like that, a lot of them are saying, and to be honest, they kind of got a point, is like, bro, like, your son was winning the middle half of that fight. He was winning. And then there's a point where he goes back to the corner and Bill tells him, go get him. Go get him. You know, like, go knock him out or something. Like, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like you would think that I just don't understand why this guy is still online talking like the way that he does. And that's really a problem, because it shows me that I feel like you're living vicariously through your son, bro. And right now you should be consoling your son and fucking being there for him, not being online, arguing with Floyd, arguing with all these other people, telling them this, telling them that. Meanwhile, your son most likely got a broken jaw. Your son took a beating, a bad beating, bro. Bro, those are the two things you should not be lacking in, bro. No power, no chin. So he's got to make it up with speed and skill. And that's the thing. That's the thing. these narratives over, they made Devin out to be, I went through his resume. And this is kind of funny. I'm glad you said that. This is kind of funny. So somebody comes on my channel and somebody comes in the chat. And somebody tries to tell me that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to Devin. And that Ryan cheated and that Ryan's 3 pounds and this and that. Yet, if you go through all of Devin's resume, leading up, even all the way up to Loma, and you look at the people he fought and when he fought them, he had significant advantages in every one of those fights. And I went through it in my last live. Either the fighter was really old and over the hump at that point, or Devin rehydrated and was massive compared to that fighter. And what's kind of crazy is he's massive compared to that fighter, and he still couldn't put that fighter out. He still couldn't put him away. He couldn't put Gamboa away. And this is a Gamboa that had got knocked out by Tank and had an Achilles heel injury. I mean, he was there for the taking, bro, and he still went 12. He still went 12 with Gamboa. He fought Jojo Diaz. He was bigger than Jojo Diaz, and Jojo Diaz was even piecing him up, but Jojo got no power. He waited. George Kambosos beats Tio, and he just scoops in there. I was telling a friend of mine, you know what Devin and Bill reminds me of? Like in the jungle, right? Because look, Tio did all the heavy lifting. Tio left the WBC tournament, and he went to fight Nakatani, and then he fought Richard Comey, and then he fought Loma, right? So Tio does all the heavy lifting, right? And you know what the shit reminds me of? The Haney's are like, it reminds me of a jungle, and you got the hyenas in the back. The hyenas are in the back, they're just waiting, and the lion is doing all the killing and shit. The lion does all the work. The lion just kills everything and gets into a fight or whatever, and then bam, after everybody done scrapped or whatever, sometimes you got lions and alligators and shit like that, and after the prey is there, the hyenas come and steal the shit. And that's exactly what the Haney's did with the undisputed title, in my opinion. They waited for the right time. Tio lost, scoop right in. Because go look at Dev's resume, bro. Like, a lot of people have been telling you, bro, this kid, he's a good fighter. I've been saying he's a good fighter, but he's not what these people are presenting to you. He's not. Because as much as you have an eye test, you got to fight people, bro. And he was doing good he did good with Prograis. I give him that, but even that situation, because that situation was funny too. Because they gave Shakur a bogus contract and went up to 140 and fought him after he had a bad fight with Zarilla. So that was even questionable. I mean, you went to 140. If he's the face of boxing in this killer, he should have went straight for Matias, bro, or straight for Tio. And it makes me think they never really wanted to fight Tank now. It really does. There's no way in Bill's mind does he think that his son was going to beat Tank. I mean, that's just crazy, bro. And if he does, he's delusional. If Ryan did that to him, I'm sorry, bro. Tank throws less punches, but he's more like he'll set you up, bro. It would have only took one shot. Devin would have been on the canvas, lights out, guaranteed if he would have fought Tank. Guaranteed. He's got no power to hurt people, bro. This is even worse at the fact that he can't even hardly make 140. He's moving up in weight and still can't put people away. Now, people were questioning his chin prior to this beatdown. You don't even know if he's going to be the same. And when he comes back, he's still the champion. I'm telling you right now that him having the belt is going against him. Devin having that belt is working against him. because you still got to fight mandatories, or they might try to unify or whatever it may be. And to me, first off, agreement or no agreement, he shouldn't even have that belt. I don't think he should have that belt. And in fact, any fighter that takes a beating like that, I don't know how the hell after the fight you can actually still be proud to walk around with that belt. Bro, you didn't lose by a couple rounds, bro. You didn't lose by a couple rounds. You lost clearly. So why would you even want the belt? And I don't even know if Bill, like, this is another situation because you're not going to, like, people say get rid of the father, but you're not going to fire your father, bro. You're not. And especially Bill, I don't know. Bill looks like the type of person that'll, yeah, I know, but I don't, yeah, unfortunately, I don't run my channel around other people's schedules. So, but yeah, I know. Let me see. So let me see what else did I have here clipped here. Hold on one second. I mean, I can always catch what Tio is saying later. I mean, even though I fuck with Tio, I could probably tell you what Tio is saying. You know, he's the best in the world. Nobody can fuck with him. I'm gonna take over. It's basically what he says in every interview. I don't think he's gonna say anything special. Not saying go watch it. I'm saying I don't have to watch it right now. I already know what he's gonna say. I'm gonna fuck everybody up. I'm the best in the world. It's takeover. All glory to God. That's it. Basically, I bet you those are the highlights. If you want, man, for a couple of minutes, I am gonna drop the link. But I'm not gonna be on long. I'm just not feeling well today, bro. I'm really not. I have no energy. No energy at all, bro. I'm not even my hyper self. Usually I'm like hyper and fucking quick to ban people and shit. And I ain't got it today. I ain't got it. I just don't have it today. But I did want to get the live out the way because I feel like number one, I feel like this. The more you make excuses for somebody, the more people ain't gonna drop it. They're not gonna drop it, bro. There is nothing to talk about. In my opinion, there is nothing to talk about. It was a one-sided beatdown. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing. Because you know exactly what would have happened if Ryan would have lost, bro. We all know that. So let's stop acting like we don't know what's going on here. I saw today. What did I see? I saw a channel that had left when Errol Spence lost. They literally shut their channel down. And they came back for a live to, I guess, to defend Devin. So apparently anybody who says he got his ass whooped is racist and shit. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I saw him get knocked down almost 5 times to get his ass whooped. I love black people, so, but I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I don't know how you translate to that. Ass whooping is an ass whooping, my guy. And you can't blame. And once again, too, man. Once again, I mean, when somebody gets their ass whooped clearly like that, I don't understand how you, as a boxing fan, could actually make all the excuses and you put no blame on the fighter himself. Mind you, he's the one getting caught. He's the one getting clipped. He's the one that's fighting with that technique. His father's the one telling him to clinch and all types of shit. All these things are all negative things on their end. You want to blame other people and you want to blame the other fighter and take away from him, even after an agreement was made And Devin still got to keep his belt. So what's the problem? What is the problem? Devin's still champion, right? And I'm telling you right now, Devin still being champion is working against him. Because when he comes back, I don't suggest he fights top competition. I think he needs to kind of like ease it in. That's just me. That wasn't, you know, when I went back. What's going on, brother? Yo.
Shadow, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, brother?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I saw that bullshit today too. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
I only watch. I could only watch it for like 2-3 minutes at a time. It was just too much bullshit. Everybody was pussies and hoes, and you know, it was just stupid. It was just really stupid. It was just as bad as that fucking Floyd Bill shit. That shit was stupid as well.
Oh, but hey, you know what's interesting about that though is, look, man, I think a lot of people can see how petty Floyd can be, right? But at the same time, you know what I noticed about that though? I don't know if you noticed it, and there, you don't even gotta watch the whole thing. So when Floyd gets into that live, right?
Yes.
Bill Haney says, no, I'm sorry. Floyd says, "Hey, yo, Bill, what's your problem with me?" He's like, "I just want to know what's your, because you saw me in Miami and you didn't." And Bill, what I noticed was throughout all that shit, Bill didn't even have a valid excuse. He just ends up saying that you're a shady ninja. And I don't care how you look at Floyd. Like, Floyd trained, or Devin trained there at one point. And I just feel like Bill, like, it looks like jealousy in a way. It's almost like, I mean, to me, you would like somebody that's helping advance your son, or any trainer like that. Devin's been hopped around from like how many trainers now? What has he got? Ben Davison,
Mickey Bay,
right? He's got all these different trainers, and yet he still throws a jab, an amateurish jab, as much as his jab is good, but he just leaves him open. And I just feel like it's all these technical flaws. And I just feel like if you really, like, I don't know if it's pride or whatever, but you would think, like, do whatever helps your son, bro. Even if that means like you need to back out. Like,
well, the thing is, see, Bill took Devin to all these different trainers. So what happens when you go from trainer to trainer to trainer to trainer to trainer, you never develop a style of your own. Devin doesn't have a style. Devin gets out there and just does things. And the level of competition he had faced so far, he was able to get away with a lot of that shit. But this time he fought a guy who was bigger and stronger than most of the guys he ever fought. So his punches really didn't have that much of an effect on this guy. But every time Ryan touched him, he was wobbled. And as you saw, put down, 4 or 5 times?
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a power. It was just, the dude was just too much for him. He was just too big, too strong, too fast. He couldn't see those shots coming. He kept walking into that same left hook. It was just nothing he could do, because when the come forward style he tried to employ didn't work, he didn't have a plan B. He couldn't adjust. He couldn't do anything. He had to stand there and just take the ass whipping because he couldn't do anything else.
Did you see the clip? Did you see the clip of when Devin gets dropped? Bill is like this. He's
time to hold him.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that's basically the advice was, anytime you get hurt, hold. And that is just, I mean, to me, you would think after 31 wins, bro, like, come on, bro, like Ryan's gonna know, like, okay, he's holding me more. I must hurt him. Yeah, I must have hurt. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just a lot of amateur mistakes, in my opinion, bro.
But you could go back, right? Because, think one of my favorite guys of all time, Holyfield, right?
Yeah.
When Holyfield would get hit, he would get hurt. He grab you, right? He holds you. But then he push you off, and as he's pushing you off, He let go in combination.
Right. And Holyfield would throw this combination when he gets hurt, almost like he went crazy and shit. And this is what I'm saying. Like, you can't teach that. Like,
no,
I think Devin, this is what's so crazy. This is what's so crazy. Devin, to me, showed heart as far as getting up off the canvas. He had heart as far as I don't want to get knocked out by Ryan.
Right.
I don't want to get stopped. But he didn't have the heart as to fight back. And I don't know if it's because he didn't have heart or he just didn't know how to, because he ain't never been hurt like that. He never been having his ass whooped like that. And it's just very telling. It's very telling when you have a fighter. He keeps getting up. I give him that. He kept getting up. But I'm telling you, after that first knockdown, it was like, bro. And I think that when that third knockdown, first of all, I counted 5 knockdowns.
Right. I did too.
You counted 5, right? I counted 5. Yeah. At some point, you would think the father would have been like, hey, man, this shit, this shit is not going to, he ain't going to come back. And the sad thing about it is even after all that, Ryan only wins by a majority decision with a ref.
Well, you got to remember too, also that besides the knockdowns, a lot of times Ryan wasn't doing anything. He was doing that, whatever kind of role that was, holding and pushing and just standing there. But when he would catch his breath, because Ryan was tired, that's what it was. Ryan would get tired. After he let go of flurry, he got tired. So he'd stand there and catch his breath, and then he let go another flurry. But in the midst of that, Devin was winning some rounds because he was out working Ryan.
Well, he was. So what? And I didn't hear this part. I think I did hear it. I'm not sure if I did. So tell me if you heard this. So a lot of people are saying, because I did find it weird. I thought, in my opinion, Ryan clipped him in the first round, right?
Right.
Devin won the second round. Devin clipped Ryan in the third round, and then Devin went on his little spree. It was like 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? And then that was the part where you saw Ryan going on his back foot, and then you even heard the crowd booing. And I thought, okay, he just got caught again. But apparently, what other people and I couldn't really hear the corner because I was watching it with people, and I tried to pay attention to every time he was in the corner. Well, a lot of people are saying that Bill, right, the round before Devin gets knocked down, so he had banked a couple of rounds, and Bill tells him, "Hey, go get him."
Wow.
Like go stop. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wow. Like. And I'm like, really? So like if that's true, then bro, then you have a hand in your son's demise, in my opinion.
Well, he was under the belief that Devin developed all of this power all of a sudden since he moved up to 40. Probably because of the Regis fight and the things that Regis said after the fight. As far as Devin got sneaky power, Devin, he got a little power.
He actually said he got respectable power. Like, you can't just walk in on him. And I don't know how the hell Bill translates that into knockout power, but okay.
But see, you got to remember this too, Ghost. You got to remember this too. When everybody around you is telling you that you're the bee's knees, right? Everybody's telling you how great you are, but nobody's pointing out your flaws. These are the results that you're going to get, because if it ain't broke, that's an old saying. You know that. If it ain't broke, you ain't going to fix nothing. Now, it just so happened that in this fight, all of Devin's flaws were exposed. The fact that when he throws the jab, leaves himself wide open, that his footwork isn't what they say it is, that his ring IQ isn't what they say it is. All that showed on Saturday night. So now what he has to do is go back to the drawing board. And I agree with you. Maybe you need to get another set of eyes in that camp. And maybe Bill needs to just focus on promoting and being a manager. Get somebody in there to teach him.
The man ain't humble to me. And not only that, and not only that, but I don't know if anyone sees this like how I do. I really think Devin having that belt is a problem more than what people think. I think it's a problem because that belt means you got to have mandatories. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. I just feel like after a beating like that, bro, it's okay for you to fight 2 or 3 dudes that everyone knows you're going to win. If you got that belt and you so worried about having the belt, and you so worried about being a champion, that means you gotta face a mandatory at some point, bro. And usually mandatories are, stiff competition. I'm not saying Devin can't beat them. I'm just saying you don't even know if you're gonna be the same again.
Right.
You have no idea if you're gonna be the same again. Why the hell would you want to start coming back and just be fighting that? Like, I just think the belt is all wrong. And not only that, but it goes to show you that pride always comes before the downfall, because you said it yourself, brother. They were going around saying this kid is the face of boxing. He's this and that. He's this and that. And this kid, that him and his father have so much pride that the first thing Devin says after the fight is, "I still got my belt."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand why would you even say that, bro? Like your jaws are possibly with a broken jaw, your face is all swollen, and the first thing you're thinking of is, "I'm still champ," bro. It don't even go together, bro.
Well, that's fine. You're still champ. So that means you got to fight like the Richardson Hitchens of the world.
Right.
You got to fight the well, if you want to unify, you got to fight the Matiases. You got to fight a Gary Antron Russell who's out there.
I mean,
you got to fight these guys.
And as much as criticism that I give Devin, bro, like, I respect all fighters in the ring, and I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I mean, he got hurt, bro.
Yeah, he got beat up.
He got beat up, and not only that, it's even worse because of the fact that when you look at the fact, and let me ask you, because I'm glad you're on here, because you said it in my other lives, and I saw you saying it, and I was like, well, this makes it worse. Then you said that you've always seen like Ryan's limitations, right? I think that's what you said. Okay. So let me ask you, even with Ryan's limitations, I don't believe that was a good form of Ryan. I think that was a half-ass Ryan that we saw.
I believe that. I'm with you on that.
So if that's a half-ass Ryan, and you got the ref that's clearly on Dev's side, and you got a judge that scores at 112, and there was 5 knockdowns, but they only called 3. With a half-ass Ryan, that makes this ass whooping even worse.
Right, because see, he has the one problem he has is a problem that I believe you can't fix.
Is that the
his power is not there. He doesn't have power enough to keep heavy punchers or relentless guys up off him. He doesn't have it, right?
Right.
And number 2, for me, it's not that he can't take a shot, because he can. He took some shots.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is when he gets hurt, it takes him too long to recover from a shot. And that, to me, is because he's cutting way too much weight to be at 140. He should fight at his natural weight, which, in my opinion, is either 147 or 154. That's where he should be fighting at, because he'll be his best self when he doesn't have to cut 20, 25 pounds just to make weight.
Yeah, but Shelton, that's a double-edged sword, my guy. So okay, so let's say he doesn't have to cut all that weight. He's fighting at 147. You said it yourself. He can't punch. So now he's fighting naturally bigger guys, most likely. Let's look at 147. You think he's gonna fight someone like Jerron in his boots, bro? That's crazy.
No, he'd kill him.
Right.
Because he can't keep him off him. And he doesn't have the footwork. From what I saw Saturday, you don't have the footwork to stay away from.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Listen, I saw a lot of people saying this, and I was like, that's kind of excessive. But when I think about it, like, I've seen people say, yo, Devin career's done. And I'm like, that's a little bit excessive. But then when I think about it, I'm like, wait a second. That was a bad, you like, that looked like it took a couple, like, it's just bad, bro. Like, it's so bad. Normally, career. Not only that, but do you know, like, when a fighter takes punishment, I think the commission, they automatically tell you, like, you can't fight for 6 months or something like that. I think it's like that. Is it 6 months? Right.
6 months.
Right. I think they gave him a year.
Well, they suspended him indefinitely. Pending medical clearance.
Okay.
Pending medical clearance. You got to be cleared by a doctor. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. So they didn't even give him 6 months. They just said, bro, we're suspending you indefinitely until you get looked at and cleared by a doctor. And I actually saw them talking about it on an interview. They actually said that when they suspend you indefinitely, that means you can't even train, bro.
No, you got to stay out of the gym.
You got to stay out the gym. So you took a beating so bad, and you're still the champ, and you're proud that you're still the champ. You took a beating so bad, you are indefinitely suspended, and you need to be cleared by a doctor. And yet your ass is over here saying, I'm still the champ, brother. That belt is going to get you in some fucking trouble, bro. That belt, I mean, you need to just take it easy and go back and take a couple of soft touches, bro. Because like you said,
yeah,
he gonna fight a mandatory, and I mean, I don't know. It's just bad for me. It just looks bad. And Bill's not
he
making
should
it any better.
He should take about 6 months to a year off, and then come back and move up. Because cutting that weight is not good. It's not healthy. That's why your punch resistance is so bad, because you're cutting too much weight. And fight a guy like a Rashidi Ellis. See where you're at.
Wait,
a guy, who
what
can
weight?
box but can't punch.
What weight? Huh? Hell yeah, I do, Xander. Hell yeah, I think Ryo knocks Devin out. I'm sorry, I do. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not here to shit on Devin, okay? I'm not. I'm really not. But I find it crazy how a person can or channels can be telling you something for 2 years, and then when it happens, you get mad at them. Like,
right.
don't get mad at me. I've been telling you this shit for 2 years, but yet I still look like a hater. I still look like this, bro. I wasn't saying it because I hate the kid. I'm saying it because it's the truth. He had, like you said, he had an advantage in a lot of his fights, bro. A lot of his fights. He fought Gamboa. Mauricio Suleiman was on Punch Drunk's channel and had said that for the Gamboa fight, and I'll never forget it. He said Devin rehydrated, and it was so ridiculous. Everyone in the chat was like, "What did he just say?" Like, it was so ridiculous. And so he's like, "Yeah, we found out that's how much he weighed in the morning." And he still couldn't knock Gamboa out. He still couldn't knock this man out. And then when he fights Linares, he's fighting an older Linares. And even in that fight, he gets rocked in the 9th round.
Right.
So, I mean, this is like a pattern here. So the first time he fights somebody without any of these advantages, he gets severely hurt.
Right.
Severely hurt.
Because he's compromised going into the fight. Look, if a guy weighs in the Friday before the fight, he weighs in the day before the fight, he weighs in at 140, and then he rehydrates to 160 plus, what does that tell you? He shouldn't be fighting at 140. To gain 20, 25 pounds in one night means you're killing yourself to make that weight. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, but my only thing is this. I agree. It's just I don't understand how he's going to compete. All right, how is he going to compete at 147? I'm not listen. I'm not playing when I say that. I know people like, "Oh, you really hating?" I'm being dead ass serious. I'm being dead ass serious. How is he going to compete? Listen, the two attributes that you need at least one. You need at least one. You either need a chin. You need to be able to take a punch, or you need to have power. He lacks both.
Right.
He lacks both, and on top of that, to make it even worse, other than the fact that he got up from those knockdowns, he lacks the ability when he gets hit and hurt to fight back.
Yeah,
I mean,
recover,
it's all bad, Shelton. It's all bad, brother. It's all bad. Like these are all bad things. These are not good things. Like, and now
but
you
the
want
thing
him,
is, he'd have to get a new trainer.
Well, I'm saying
at
147, who's he gonna fight? Who's he gonna fight at 147?
He could fight Villa. Villa's a 35-pounder that moved up. He could fight Rashidi Ellis.
Whoa,
he could fight guys who can't.
Wait, isn't Villa the guy that Boots fought?
Villa's spent most of his career at 135. Look it up. I think Boots was his second fight or third fight at 147.
But correct me if I'm wrong. He's fast and he's a knockout puncher.
Yeah.
Okay. If you think that's a good idea for Devin, fine.
Yeah, he could fight that guy. He could fight Rashidi Ellis, guys who can't punch. He can fight somebody to see where he's at and then reevaluate. But he can't continue at 40, because if he makes 40 again, he's not beating no goddamn.
But remember, he's got the belt.
He's not beating nobody down there that's of note. He's not beating no goddamn Matias. He's not beating no goddamn Pitbull. He's not beating no goddamn.
I'm glad you brought him up, because
he's not beating those guys.
Out of all the champions,
he's not beating T.O. He's not beating those guys.
Now, I don't know if Pitbull's staying at 140, because I heard Pitbull might be moving down to 135. But when we look at the landscape of these champions right here, who does he beat right here? Who?
Maybe Shakur.
Hell no. Nah, he don't beat Shakur. He don't beat Shakur. He don't beat Pitbull. Just got knocked out by Ryan. He's not beating Teofimo Lopez. He's not beating Matisse. He definitely ain't beating Tank. And I think Shakur outboxes him. I think his best bet is Pitbull right there in the front. And even Pitbull might knock his ass out.
Well, Pitbull is fighting that. He's defending his belt on the 3rd. You heard about that, right?
He is?
Yeah, he's fighting Araya.
Oh, they did. Oh, is that what people were saying in the comments? Why did I think Araya was fighting? I thought he was fighting De Los Santos in a rematch.
He pulled out of that fight. He pulled out of that fight and got on the Turks card, got on the Sheiks card.
Wait.
August 3rd in LA.
Pulled out? El Rayo pulled out or De Los Santos?
Yeah, he said he didn't want that fight. He wanted to take the fight with Pitbull. It's a title shot and it's a bigger card. It's in LA. Pitbull has a bigger fan base than De Los Santos. It's a bigger fight.
Hey,
and it's for a title.
Hey, that's
a good
fight. That's a good fight. Pitbull and
exactly.
That's a good fight. All right, hold on. Let me think about this real quick. Pitbull might catch him, bro.
He might.
Pitbull might actually catch El Rayo because you want to know why I say that? Because hey, listen, you know I'm one of the rare people that like Chris Colbert. They would laugh at me for that, but Chris Colbert got no power. And Chris Colbert was still catching El Rayo. He was still catching him.
Right.
He was catching him with a quick 1-2 or like a double jab overhand right. Now I know Pitbull don't fight like that, but the fact of the matter is he was getting pieced up and his defense is not the best. And maybe and I get it. He has been wanting a title shot. I know he said he wanted to fight Tank and he was begging to fight Tank and this is actually a good fight actually. When is that fight actually? By the way, you said it?
August 3rd. It's going to open up the new Clipper Stadium here in Inglewood. And that's the Bud Crawford undercard.
Let me see this. Is it already on the schedule?
Yeah, it's signed. They did the press conference today. You didn't see it?
No, actually, I did not, my guy. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I missed it today, so.
Yeah, Crawford versus Madrimov for the WBO.
Oh, here we go, right here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, right here. Okay, Terrence Crawford. Oh shit! Hold on a second. I can't believe I'm just now, man. This is what I get. Look, I missed 1 or 2 days, and it's like I missed all this damn news. So right here, Isaac Cruz versus El Rayo, Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz.
Yes, sir.
Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller, David Morrell. Oh,
yes,
this
sir.
is crazy, bro.
Yes, sir. You know I'll be in the house.
Oh my goodness, this is a good card. Oh wow, bro. I can't believe I'm now hearing about this, bro. Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz.
You got to give it up to Tszyu, bro. He's a dog. Tszyu's a dog.
Oh, Tim Tszyu will fight anybody, bro.
He's
that man will fight anybody. Wow. Hey, that's a good undercard, bro. That's very good.
Yes, sir. That's gonna be money well spent, brother. Money well spent.
Oh yeah. That is like so. What I mean, we got three bangers, pause right there in a row. We got Andy Ruiz, Jarrell Miller, Tim Tszyu, Virgil Ortiz, Isaac Cruz, and El Rayo, and then you got the main event, Terrence Crawford. Man, that is nothing. Those are all.
Yeah, that's gonna be. It's not gonna be at LAFC, bro. It's gonna be at the Clipper Stadium, BMO. It's gonna open up the Clipper Stadium.
Oh wow, that's
the first. The second event. Usher's doing a concert there first, and they're gonna have that fight on August the 3rd. That's what's gonna open the stadium.
Oh, I gotta make sure, bro. I'm not doing nothing this day. I'm watching this fight this day. This is crazy, bro. This is, and you know what? What is the prince's name again?
Turki Al-Sheikh.
Turki Al-Sheikh, bro. This dude, he's got money like that, bro. Hey, look, I heard he said he's trying to get Boots and Crawford at the end of the year.
He said he wants to make that fight this year.
And if I remember correctly, the only reason why Crawford didn't fight Boots is because he felt like nobody was gonna pay for it.
Right.
So, and you know this dude got an infinite pocket, bro. So,
right.
Hey, yo, I'm telling you, hey, if people actually get mad, hey, yo, I don't understand this mentality. People get mad and they're like, I don't like the fact that you got a guy from another country paying for these fights and they're fighting in another country. Like, you really care about, but listen, I'm watching it on TV. I don't care if they fought in China, bro. I don't care if they fought in the middle of the Amazon. Unless I'm getting tickets, I don't care. This guy's putting on firefights, bro. You don't gotta worry about the money and all the promoters and everything, because that's usually what holds everything up. Look how long it held up Crawford and Spence. How many times that fell apart? How many times that fight's falling apart over stupid shit like pay-per-view shares or where we're gonna air it because we
over money.
Over money.
Oh yeah, bro. In the chat, you're right. That is the LAFC Stadium. That's on Figueroa and King. You're absolutely right. That is BMO Stadium. You're right. That's where they're having it. Where the LA Football Club plays. So that's cool. That's gonna be that's outdoor stadium. That's cool. That's cool.
Hey, yo,
in the summertime.
Hey, what's this dude's name? Turk Ali. Let me check his net worth. Hold on. Turk Ali Sheik. How do I spell his name? Allah. There he goes. Right
Allah Sheik. Yeah.
Yeah. How much this dude, bro? He's got to have an infinite pocket.
He's the sports director. He's the sports director for Saudi Arabia. So it's not his money. He's using the King's money. The King's the one with the money.
Okay, hold on. Turk Ali Sheik. Okay, this is him right here.
Yeah.
You said he's using whose money?
The King of Saudi Arabia. He's using their money. And they got all that oil money. Some of them dudes over there is making like $800,000 a minute off this oil. So they got money. They got money out the wazoo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So obviously, I don't care who's paying for these fights, bro. I could care less.
He's got the checkbook. They gave him the checkbook and said, go make the fights.
Yeah,
you can do that.
I'm not going to
because what they're trying to do, bro, is they're trying to.
Most of these
what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring tourism to Saudi Arabia. And what's the best way to do that? Keep putting on events, am I right?
Yeah.
That's how you bring tourism.
Most of these people that complain, oh, we need to keep boxing in America. Most of them, I mean, it's just, bro, I don't care. I'm getting these fights and I'm watching these. Look, that is a fire card, bro.
Half of them, Shadow goes, number one, don't even pay for the fucking fights. And number two, they damn sure don't go.
Isaac Cruz, El Rayo, Tim Zug, Virgil. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was about to head to Texas, remember, for the Tank Davis card, but they moved it to Vegas. Luckily for me, I got my room so early that I was able to get a full refund on my hotel room.
You know, you look at, okay, if we look at the first two fights, okay, I get it. I don't know this guy really that well. What's this guy? Plaza? I don't know him that well. I can admit I don't know him that well. But the Andy Ruiz and Jarrell Big Baby Miller, that very well might end in a knockout. You got Tim Zhu and Virgil Ortiz. That right there could be a main event pay-per-view. I mean, Tim Zhu versus Virgil Ortiz. You could actually put
that's gonna steal the show. That's gonna steal the show.
Then after that, it's followed by Pitbull, Cruz, and O'Reilly. That is a guaranteed knockout. Somebody's going to sleep.
Right.
Because they both are just power punchers. And then you got.
And then in the main event, somebody's going to sleep.
And in the main event, somebody's going to sleep. This is nothing but knockouts, bro.
Yeah, this guy can fight. This guy, Madrimov, he can fight. He's a good fighter. Amateur pedigree, but he just don't have enough experience for a guy like Crawford. Crawford's going to set him up. Knock him out.
And so Crawford gets past him, and the plan is they're going to fund Boots versus Crawford.
They're going to try to make the Boots fight because he can't fight Fundora because he's out till February, March of next year. Tim Zhu just fought, and he doesn't have a belt. If Crawford wins, he gets 2 belts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the next logical fight for him is probably going to be Boots. Boots going to have to move up if he wants this bag. He going to have to move up.
Yeah, but Boots looked like he a regular 154 pounder to begin with.
All right.
You know? Oh yeah, you know what? I think that's where I saw it, Southpaw. I think I saw it on Southpaw's channel. There's a video of Bill Haney saying clinch when Devin gets hurt. And I just think it's crazy, bro. Going back to the just real quick. I just don't look, man. I'm not here to tell somebody that they shouldn't coach their son. But when your son is getting an ass whooping like that, and the best thing you could do is tell him to clinch, that's not good, man.
Well, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. When you're hurt, you clinch, clear your head, get the guy off you, throw a couple shots, and start boxing.
I don't know, because that's all Devin does when he gets hurt, though. That's all he does. He doesn't do anything else after that. You know, and so who trained Devin for this fight? Who actually trained him? Oh, you're on mute. Oh, man, you look like you hear gunshots or some shit. What's going on? You good? Oh, don't be well, we got everything on camera right here, bro. It's probably Southpaw's natural reaction is to block you. Might have even blocked me at some point. I don't remember. You know, I wonder, man. You see here. So is Tank still fighting Frank Martin? Let me hold on. Hold on a second.
Give me a sec.
Yeah. Let me hold on. That fight's not official. That fight's not official. I don't see nowhere where Tank is fighting Frank Martin. You would think the Turk would get Tank on there. You would think, right? You would think he would fund a fight like that. Yeah, he doesn't do that. Puto, you be lifting? Yeah, it is what it is. Shelton is probably frozen or something like that. Let me see. I think he is. I'm gonna get this live out the way anyway, man. Today wasn't really I wasn't feeling today, man. I'm really not even feeling well today, man. I'm really not. Hey Shelton, I don't know if you can hear me, bro, but I'm gonna shut this down, man. Can you hear me? Is Shelton okay? Shelton be looking like, when I be looking in the background, I'm like, where he be at, bro? Talking to me like he looked like he in a trap house or something like that. He be outside. It looked like the projects, and then he like walked down into a basement like somebody's tied up on a chair or something. He like, hold on. See, don't that look like the last moments of somebody or some shit? All right, man. I don't agree. I'll tell you like this, man. Saudi putting on fights, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing, man. I think it's a very, very good thing. I don't care. I don't care who pays for Boots versus Crawford. I could care less. As long as we get that fight. Virgil Ortiz versus Tim Tszyu, that's crazy. Pitbull versus El Rayo, that's a somebody's getting knocked out. Ruiz versus Big Baby Miller, that's a good fight. And then Crawford versus the dude Madrid. I've seen him fight before. That dude has knocked out most of his opponents, hasn't he? Oh, we'll see about that, bro. We'll see about that. Anyway, Shadow goes to next time. I'm out, man.